Dubbed the Renaissance Edition, 5 beautiful BVI-born women are now on the quest to become the next Miss British Virgin Islands. They will compete in cultural wear, swimwear, talent, evening wear, and promo BVI, where they get to sell the beautiful by nature British Virgin Islands. Canelda Denny, Shabree Frett, Bria Smith, Reba Thomas, and Shamoya Maduro. The big question is, who will become the next Miss British Virgin Islands? Viewers, the journey to the 65th crown begins right now. I'm Jovan Wilson, and this is your Miss BVI 411, which will give you an inside look at the contestants as we go one-on-one, getting to know them beyond the stage. We've got the scoop right after this commercial break. When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages. Viewers, we're one step closer to the Miss British Virgin Islands 2019 title, and in studio with us today is Miss Shabree Frett. She's your contestant number 3, bringing you the scoop beyond the stage. Ms. Frett, welcome to 284 Media.
Thanks for having me.
So how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling excited to be here.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to host you. In your biography, to begin with, you mentioned one of Maya Angelou's quote, and trust me, I love Maya. She's a great writer, a great poet. You noted her quote, "Be the rainbow in someone else's cloud." Now, tell me, what does that mean to you, and what does that reflect about Shabree Frett?
Being the rainbow in someone's cloud means to me offering assistance, whether it's helping them out or just brightening up their day. And I can vividly remember as a child, I would gather my family members into the living room and just make them laugh and smile by having my own Prince and Princess show.
So you were like the entertainer of the family?
Yes, I am and was the entertainment of my family. And I would wear tons and tons of clothes on top of each other so I can keep them engaged and have my quick changes so that they could, follow up and be awake and be entertained by my shows that I had for them. And my cousin would escort me out in my flower girl dress, and I would pretend that it was my evening wear portion of my Prince and Princess show. And I can vividly remember their smiles and laughter, and it's something that I cherish forever.
So you were stepping into character from a very early age. I see, based on the lineup this year, you were definitely one of the more seasoned contestants. You've dabbled in pageantry, probably have like 4 under your belt.
Yes, I've competed in 4 pageants.
So go ahead and tell us about those pageants.
So these 4 pageants have mainly been school pageants. And while I was away in America, I competed in these pageants. One was Miss Mill Creek Middle, Miss River Ridge High School, Miss Black and Gold for Alabama A&M University, and Miss Black and Gold Alabama. And the first pageant I did gave me the opportunity to step out of my comfort zone because I was very shy and I was still adjusting to the new environment of being in this new location, and I was still adjusting to being around different people and not having a lot of friends. So when I did this competition, it gave me that sense of confidence, and I even gained a couple of friends from that experience as well. Sure. And my third pageant of Miss Black and Gold, I always tell people it means more than what they can imagine when I won that pageant, because my freshman year of college, I wanted to do it, but I didn't believe that I was pretty enough or even capable of accomplishing such a great thing. So after I did my self-love journey, I decided that it was time by my junior year to compete, and I won that pageant.
Did you represent the BVI in that pageant?
Of course. Everyone was talking about this Caribbean girl that no one knew, just came out of nowhere and won the pageant.
Awesome. So, Miss Frett, you were away from the British Virgin Islands for 10 years. That's a big chunk of your history. What was that experience like being away from home?
Being away from home for 10 years was a very different experience. It took me a while to adjust as I was culture shock, and I was exposed to a different demographic of people who did not relate to what I associated myself with. So during this experience, I learned a lot about myself, and mainly I learned that the BVI is just home. Like, it's no place better than the British Virgin Islands, and there's no place that I see myself living for the rest of my life than home. But overall, it was a great experience.
Your career choice, I think it's called speech pathology.
Yes.
You pursued a degree in that. That's interesting to me. I've never heard of anyone specializing in speech pathology. But for the persons just like me who find this to be very unconventional, just tell us a little bit about that career choice and why. Why that?
Well, before I went into college, I was unaware of what I wanted to pursue in my bachelor's degree. So I started looking up different majors that I could possibly pursue, and I found speech pathology, or as many people call it, communicative sciences and disorders. And it was very interesting, and what was mostly important to me was that it was for the benefits of others. So I decided to pursue this degree, and although it was very difficult, I've learned so many things. And being that it's such a broad field of study, I can deal with patients that have dysphagia issues, which deals with swallowing issues. I can deal with patients that have aphasia. I can deal with patients.
What is aphasia? That's a new word.
Aphasia is the loss of ability to speak.
Wow.
Yes. And during my internship with the Department of Education last year, I worked with Miss Smith, who's a great speech pathologist here, and she taught me so many things. And during my experience, it also showed me why it was important for me to get my degree and come back home so that I can help so many lives in the BVI that struggle with speech impediments.
I know just recently we spoke to some representatives from the Autism Center. So indeed there is a need, and I'm very happy to hear that you can lend your services to home, the British Virgin Islands. So Miss BVI is a big deal. I'm sure there's a lot of preparations that goes into, prepare for the big night. So tell us, what have you been doing ever since you decided to step up to the mandate of pursuing Miss BVI?
Well, preparing for Miss BVI takes a lot of discipline, strength, and determination. Since being back and preparing for this pageant, I've been working on my modeling skills. I've been learning a lot of things that I never knew before, and I've been working on my public speaking skills. But my biggest change would have to be changing my diet a little bit.
Okay.
I'm the type of person, I love to eat my carbs, and unfortunately I can only eat them twice a week. But I know that very soon I'll be able to eat my carbs as however many I want.
You'll be able to bounce back.
Yes.
All right, so hidden talents. I know you're going to try to dodge this question, but we all have one. What is your hidden talent?
Well, my hidden talent normally catches people off guard, but I can fold my outer ear into my inner ear.
We're going to have to see. Show me.
Okay.
No way. No way. That is crazy.
Yes.
Definitely caught me off guard there, but I guess that makes you you. That's beautiful. On the note of talent, you are a poet and a creative by way of your biography. I learned that. So how important is it for persons like yourself, young persons especially, to have a creative outlet to express yourself?
Well, when I dealt with my challenges of suffering from low self-esteem, I would oftentimes use poetry to express myself and my feelings at the time, that since many people around me probably did not know what I was experiencing. And to me, it's very important that not just through poetry, but through arts, that people have this type of outlet so that they can voice what they are going through. Recently, I realized that the inmates from Her Majesty's prison had a Letters from the Heart poetry
I was
event.
there.
You were?
I was there. I was actually a judge.
I wish I knew about it because I would have been very interested to attend the event. But it's so important that they are able to express how they feel and voice how they may feel, whether it's in the prison or through struggles and experiences. And it's something that I want to do as well in our community through my Find Your Voice movement, which allows our youth that may be struggling from depression, bullying, low self-esteem, and find these outlets and use their talents and gifts to express themselves.
I agree with that 100%. All right, Shabree, this pageant affords you a platform to lend your voice to a cause. In this instance, what would that be and why did you choose it?
So mine, I want to help the youth who suffer from low self-esteem. I struggled with low self-esteem for a very long time, and it wasn't until my sophomore year of college that I decided to go through a self-love journey. During this journey, I went through some drastic changes. I removed negative ties with friends. I took social media out of my life because I would oftentimes compare myself to others. And one thing that my parents still hate me for doing, kind of, is that I cut off all of my hair.
Oh, wow.
And it just gave me that sense of a fresh start and a fresh beginning of a new me. And I'm so grateful for that experience because of it. I believe in myself 100%. I love myself 100%. And right now I'm competing for something that I've wanted for a long time, which is to be the 65th Miss British Virgin Islands.
On that note, why should you be Miss British Virgin Islands this time around?
I should be Miss British Virgin Islands because to me it's more than just the crown. It's about the hearts and lives I will be able to touch in our community. I want to take my passion and my purpose of helping others and wanting to help our youth, and I want them to I want to be the example to help them to find their voice and let them know that they can do all things through Christ who strengthens them. Through my Shining Lights Foundation, I want to have a safe zone where they can come and get the help they need so that they can find their happiness, their voice, and most importantly, their self-love. And I want them to use the different outlets that we mentioned earlier so that they can voice how they are feeling in a positive way. And that is truly why I want to be your next Miss British Virgin Islands.
Well, I believe that you are more than capable. I know you probably have quite a lot of fans rooting behind you, and we want to wish you all the best. The pageant is on August
4th.
August 4th. So viewers, she is your contestant number 3, Shabree Frett, and we are more than happy to have you in studios. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Jovan Wilson with your 284 exclusive.
Get online today with CCT Go Fast LTE. Simply select from any one of our Go Fast LTE plan options. Each plan offers unlimited wireless residential internet and are priced to suit your budget and required data speed. Stop by any one of our locations and speak with one of our representatives. And get online with Go Fast LTE, the BVI's preferred choice for reliability, speed, and affordability. CCT Life Unlimited.